Cyberland, welcome on this 11:30 London Overground service at Dalston Junction. Today I'm actually travelling on the Catford Loop Line and we're starting at Denmark Hill. We'll also be calling at Crofton Park, Catford, Bellingham, Beckenham Hill, Ravensbourne, and we're going to be ending the journey at Shortlands. So hopefully we should get some lovely trains today. Also on the Catford Loop Line, because SouthEastern Railway are diverting services on that line. So this train should be departing now.
Please stand clear of the doors. This train is ready to leave.
And let's head to Denmark Hill. So I'm trying to fill Denmark Hill Station on platforms 2 and 3, and honestly, I don't like it already. But I'm only here till 12:30 anyway. Now, Denmark Hill Station was opened on the 1st December 1865 by the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway. So why are Southeastern services diverted on the Catford Loop Line today? Well, between London Victoria and Beckenham Junction, the line is shut for engineering works, because they're doing some works in the Penge Tunnel. So that's why the services are being diverted onto the Catford Loop Line. Anyway, I'm going to go to platform 4 now, because we're going to get the 12:27 Thameslink service to Crofton Park. I can't remember what year it was, but I was on the Catford Loop Line that year because I got a Class 73 charter on the Catford Loop Line at Catford Station. Now, we were planning, me and Ian at the time, going to do Crofton Park Station, but unfortunately the train was cancelled and we couldn't get to Crofton Park. So I think we started at Elephant and Castle and went straight to Catford. So we had to skip this station out. So this is technically the very first time I'm actually at Crofton Park Station, and this station was opened on the 1st of July 1892 by the London, Chatham and Dover Railway. So what do I think of Crofton Park Station? It's actually a good location, to be honest. I think it's better though to actually film on platform 1 just down there than it is on platform 2. Now on the way down here we did actually stop off at 2 different railway stations, Peckham Rye and Nunhead, but unfortunately though those 2 stations are just really hard to film at. I haven't tried them to be, well, I think I've done Nunhead before, but I haven't done Peckham Rye, and them stations just dreadful to film the trains at, to be honest. So that's why I didn't film those two railway stations on the way down to Crofton Park. But we will be leaving Crofton Park shortly to head to Catford on the 1337 Thameslink service to Sevenoaks. Now at Catford there's something interesting at that station because there is another railway station which is very close to each other. I'll explain more when we get to Catford. Right now though, we're going to get our train, get out of here and head to Catford.
Shortlands, Bromley South, Bickley, St Mary Cray, Swanley, Ainsford, Shoreham, Oxford, Battenpool and Sevenoaks.
So this is Catford Station, and I think it's just started to rain as well. Anyway, this station also opened on the 1st of July 1892 by the London, Chatham and Dover Railway. But this is one of two stations in Catford because literally just in that direction over there is Catford Bridge Railway Station, opened by the SouthEastern Railway. Literally, the SouthEastern Railway, the London, Chatham and Dover Railway really hate each other. It feels like a Jerry Springer episode, probably much worse. So Catford Bridge was opened first in 1857 by the SouthEastern Railway, and then the London, Chatham and Dover Railway built this station in 1892. They're literally like next door to each other. The only thing that separates them is some apartments with like a Sainsbury's there and a river. That's about it. That's only the thing that separates the two railway stations. It's literally like a minute walk from Catford to Catford Bridge, and you can't even buy a ticket between the two railway stations as well. That's just how crazy it is between those two companies that really hate each other. If I was a cat, I just lost a life, so I've got 8 lives to go now. The reason is because the 1440 Thameslink service to Sevenoaks has been cancelled, and that was my train out of here to go to Bellingham. So technically I'm stuck here for half an hour now because the next service is 1509. So it's still doable to do all the stations down the bottom, but it's just going to be done a little later now than planned. The reason it got cancelled, well, I heard 2 reasons. One was electric problems with the line, which I don't think that's right, to be honest. The other reason is staff shortage. I think that's the more reasonable problem, I think, with this train being cancelled. Good thing there's a Sainsbury's next door and I got this ice cream because the 1509 is now delayed. It's still stuck at the Blackfriars. What is going on now? I think I might have to lose a station on the way. See how it goes. The time is 15:32 and I'm still at Catford Railway Station. The train that I was supposed to catch at 15:10 is still stuck at Blackfriars, next to the one that I was supposed to leave here at 20:03. So there's 2 trains that I should have caught that are still stuck at Blackfriars. They have announced on the thing though that the next train is due at 15:49, which is the 15:39. So it looks like I could be in Catford for 2 hours and 10 minutes. So an hour and 10 minutes later, we reached Bellingham. And honestly, a station will have to come out now, but I'll decide on that one when I'm filming the trains at Bellingham. However though, this station was opened on the 1st of July 1892 by the London, Chatham and Dover Railway. But as I said earlier, while I'm going to film a few trains, going to decide which station will have to come out, because one will, unfortunately, that delay has cost a station. Right, I've made the decision which station's going, Beckenham Hill. Honestly, when I arrive at Beckenham Hill, I'm actually on the inner curve, so it's going to be difficult to try and spot the trains, especially the fast ones at speed. Because if I remember right, I don't think there's any announcements at Beckenham Hill as well. So after Bellingham, I'm going straight to Ravensbourne, and then we're going to go to Shortlands afterwards. That's the plan now. Had to skip a station. Shame really, but unfortunately that's one thing that happened, I'm afraid. So as I mentioned at Bellingham, we had to skip Beckenham Hill. But to be honest though, that station was opened on the 1st of July 1892 by the London, Chatham and Dover Railway. And that's the same as Ravensbourne Station. It was opened on the 1st of May 1892 by the London, Chatham and Dover Railway. However though, Ravensbourne's different to the other stations, because if we go this way round, there's actually a lovely junction down the bottom here. And some trains divert that way and some trains carry on. But the Thameslink services actually take a right here because they go on to a different line when they get to Shortlands, because Shortlands is a 4-track main line. And it's also the junction for trains diverting away towards Beckenham Junction onto London Victoria. As I mentioned at the start of the blog, that line is shut between Beckenham Junction and London Victoria due to engineering work. And that's why we get these southeastern services diverting on the Catford Loop Line.
Service to Sevenoaks is delayed by approximately 22 minutes.
Mind you, the good thing about Ravensbourne Station is it does have a grip bin as a bench. A little update, but I've seen this one in advance, unlike at Catford. Now the 1717 Thameslink service to Sevenoaks is running about 21 minutes late, so that's due in now at 1741. The train I was supposed to leave on, the 1747, has been cancelled. So what's going to happen is I'm going to jump on the 1741 that due here, which is at 1717, to get to Shortlands. But honestly, Thameslink and Great Northern have been having problems all day, especially on the East Coast Main Line, because the wires are came down on the East Coast Main Line and very limited service on that route, and there's a lot of cancellations and delays. But luckily though, our services to Sevenoaks actually started from London Blackfriars.
Class accommodation is not available on the train.
Final station that we are visiting today is Shortlands, and Shortlands station, it's got a very interesting history to be honest with you, because all the stations we visited today were 1892 stations. This station was built on the 3rd of May 1858 by the West End of London and Crystal Palace Railway. Never heard of that one to be honest with you, but it was mainly operated by the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway. Right, there's a Thameslink service coming in now. This is the 1825. It's supposed to go to Welwyn Garden City, but this is going to London Blackfriars. So I'm going to board that and I'm going to carry on. So I'm now on this Thameslink service that I left Shortlands on, and it's supposed to be going to Welwyn Garden City, but it's actually being terminated at London Blackfriars today, which is fair enough. I'm going to summarise the journey down the Catford Loop Line today, and honestly it has really been one of those days to be honest. We started at Denmark Hill, pretty much alright to be honest with you. Then we went to Crofton Park, really liked that location, that was a brand new location. Filming the trains there. Then went to Catford, and honestly delays and cancellations, they let the cat out of the bag on that one, shall we say. And honestly I was in Catford for 2 hours and 10 minutes, not going to lie on that one, because they cancelled 2 Thameslink trains. They cancelled the first one at Catford, the second one was being delayed but it just got cancelled like that, which ended up to Bellingham an hour later than planned, but we managed to film the trains at Bellingham. Beckenham Hill, had to skip that one out. Didn't really want to, but unfortunately I did. Went to Ravensbourne. That was a lovely location. I do like that one, to be honest, with the junction at the bottom. And then went to Shortlands, and we only had about 35 minutes at Shortlands because we managed to get about 20 trains in that 35 minutes. And now I'm on this train heading back to London Blackfriars. And honestly, it has really been, like I said, an interesting journey today. And if it's dragged on for like 25-30 minutes, I do apologise about that, because I am trying to shorten these videos down, but sometimes they do go over the 20 minutes that I had planned. The whole reason for the trip today was to get the SouthEastern Trains diverting on the Catford Loop Line, which we did actually get indeed. We got Class 375s, Class 377s, and we also got Class 465s. Because as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the line between Bellingham Junction and London Victoria was shut for engineering work at the Penge Tunnel. So if you haven't subscribed to SimOnTrains yet, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, and please do share the video. I've been SimOnTrains, thank you for watching. We're going to have a closing shot, either a train departing London Blackfriars or a train departing London St Pancras International. Thank you for watching, stay safe.